Good morning, ma'am. My name is Aldrin Dave Jacinto of 33-A1-8, and today I will discuss is all about casting and molding. And the lesson objectives are explain casting and molding, familiarize themselves to footwear prints and tire marks. On my presentation, I will discuss also the difference between the impression, evidence, casting, and molding, the three types of print, lifting techniques to collect the prints, the steps of casting and molding procedure, and the types of tire marks and footprints and how it mark and print help in accident and criminal investigation. The impression evidence is created when two objects come in contact with enough force cause an impression. Typically, impression evidence is either two-dimensional such as fingerprint or three-dimensional such as marks on a bullet caused by barrel of a firearm. Casting is of paramount importance in forensic sciences as it allows a crime scene investigator to collect the identical copy of mark or print from a scene, which can be compared to a stool, shoe, or tire in order to establish a link between a suspect and a crime scene. Molding. Molding is an impression if an object or organism. The mold is used to capture the entire details of the object before a cast is made. It can be natural or synthetic. The imprint that organism leaves on the spot is the mold and it can be filled to the make a cast. There are three types of print: visible print, plastic print, and latent print. Visible print are formed when blood, dirt, ink, paint, etc. is transferred from a finger or thumb to a surface. Patent prints can be found on a wide variety of surface, smooth or rough, porous such as paper, cloth, or wood, non-porous such as metal, glass, or plastic. Plastic print are three-dimensional impression and can be made by pressing your finger in a pressed paint, wax, soap, or tar. Like patent fingerprint, plastic print are easily seen by the human eye and can do not require additional processing for visible purposes. Latent print is an impression if friction skin of the finger or palms of the hand that has been transferred to another surface. The permanent and unique arrangement of the features of skin allows for the identification of individual to latent print. The lifting techniques to collect the prints are adhesive lifter, gelatin lifter, and electrostatic dust print lifting device. Adhesive lifter. Any variety of adhesive coated material or tape used to lift fingerprints or footwear impression. Primarily used to lift powder impression from non-porous surface. Gelatin lifter is composed from a thick layer of black gelatin on flexible woven surface and is used lifting marks for forensic purposes. The gelatin lifter is placed on the mark. The dust or powder particles adhere to the gelatin, hence lifting the mark when removing the gelatin lifter from the surface. Electrostatic dust print lifting device give the scientist the ability to enhance, collect, and preserve such impression. It is operated by charging a plastic film placed over the dust print which creates electrostatic adhesion and draws the film onto the surface bearing the print. These are the steps on casting and molding procedure. First, prepare the area for casting. Carefully brush away any small stones or loose soil from around the edge of the area to be cast. Second, mix the plaster of Paris. For 2 parts plaster, mix the 1 part water in the plastic bags. Third, pour the plaster Paris into the impression. Once the plaster of Paris is mixed, cut or pierce the bag in one corner. Fourth, pour the casting material from one end or side of the impression and allow it to flow along the impression. Try to avoid pouring it directly into the middle in the impression. Fifth, lift the cast out. Allow to fully dry before delifting. 6. Clean the cast. Allow the removed cast to dry overnight before attempting to remove any soil adhering to bottom of the cast. 7. Allow it to dry overnight once the cast has been cleaned. Then, spray with hairspray to strengthen the cast and prevent it crumbling during the handling. Last, store and transport the cast. You must wrap the cast in the newspaper or some bubble wrap to prevent it being damaged. What is tire marks? Tire marks is visible mark left by any solid which move against another and is an important aspect of trace evidence analysis in forensic science and forensic engineering. It is caused by tire on roads occur when a vehicle will stop rolling the slides or spin on the surface of the road. And these are the tire marks, types of tire marks: scuffs, yaw mark, skids, print, and scrap mark. Scuffs, a mark made by scraping or grazing a surface or object. Yaw mark, made on the surface by a rotating tire which is slipping over the roadway more or less parallel to the tires. Skids, made a lock wheel caused by application of the brake. Prints, made by a rolling tire. Scrap mark, left by a wheel locked due to the damage. And the types of the footprints are flat, normal, high, and very high. It helps accidental and criminal investigation. Tire marks impression can help narrow down the brand, style, and size since different manufacturers produce different kinds of tire patterns. Tire impressions can attempt to match through searchable databases which help an investigator to determine crime-related facts and evidence. Nakakatulong daw ito sa mga investigator para malocate kung saan nanggaling at kung ano ang nangyari, at depende ito sa mga types of tire marks na mga skids niya. Katulad ng example dito ang scuffs, yaw mark, skids, print, and scrap mark. Base dito, makakatulong ito sa criminal investigation na to determine the scuffs, yaw mark, skids, prints, and scrap mark para malaman kung ano ang nangyari sa pinag-aksidentihan.